when it's just cold outside, all I can think to myself is how hard it would be to just push you down the hill, roll you up, and smoke you like a fatty.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it's a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
That's a good way to start off the podcast. All right, this is just another day of two dudes with two dudes, one cup.
Yeah. Well, I hope not.
Two dudes, one mug. No, two dudes.
Two movies.
Two dudes reviewing two movies.
Yeah.
Two movies that are out of the theater right now. Two of the big ones right now this past weekend, right?
Yeah, big ones.
So the first one that we are going to review is the man with the ultimate Napoleon complex, Napoleon. Starring the one, the only. You know him from all the crazy stuff he did, like buy coke and try to do it on a hooker's ass. Joaquin Phoenix.
They call for you. The general who became a slave. The slave who became a gladiator. The gladiator who defied an emperor. Striking story. Now that people want to know how the story ends, only a famous death will do. What could be more glorious than to challenge the emperor himself in the great arena?
You would fight me?
Why not? Do you think I'm afraid?
I think you have been afraid all your life.
So the thing about Joaquin Phoenix in that clip, right, is that he doesn't have a mumble like he does in every movie after that. Like
it's drugs. That's what that is.
Okay.
That, when you do too many drugs, which Joaquin did, let's just be very honest. Yeah. He's very honest about it. I'm still here. Would give you a great indication when he busts out a baggie of coke and just crushes it in front of his friends. Like, look what I found! I found the drugs, and you ain't getting none. Like, I mean,
real quick, he got in a car accident outside of Werner Herzog's house. And Werner Herzog stayed with him until the paramedics arrived. But Werner Herzog saw the car. He's walked over there. He's like, "Yo, we're waiting for the ambulance. I'll be here till they get there."
Be here till they get here. That's about it, man. That's about it. All right. Also in this movie, the wonderful Vanessa Kirby.
Where's the virus?
I didn't ask to dance. Why should I talk to you? You're not CIA.
No? How do you know that?
Where shall I start? There's two types of CIA agents. Intelligence and espionage. Those guys over there can barely lift a pencil. That's what intelligence agents look like. And you look like you could pick up a building. But espionage is about blending in, about being subtle, and there is nothing subtle about you.
Yeah. That's good. I'm impressed.
I didn't kill anybody.
I know you didn't.
How do you know that, then?
Because you can learn a lot about somebody when you fight them. And when we fought, you weren't fighting to kill me. You were fighting to run away.
So that's from Hobbs and Shaw, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you understand what I did with these clips, right?
Yeah.
About this movie, right? In every clip, the person they're talking to is a fucking A-list celebrity. If you notice, Joaquin's talking to Russell Crowe, who at one point was A-list. I mean, he's now kind of slipped off a little bit.
Everyone knows who Russell Crowe is.
Vanessa's,
you know?
Huh?
Everyone knows who Russell Crowe.
Everybody knows who Russell Crowe is. Everybody knows who The Rock is, or Dwayne Johnson, even if you don't know pro wrestling. And then here's Tyrone Rahim.
Do you understand that? I don't need to tell you nothing. Whatever I say, it doesn't matter. This fucking island, I die here. Outside my family, my brother, their lives go on. Tara's life goes on. But me here, I'm like a statue. Now you will leave too, and your life will go on.
What the hell do you know about my life? This is it. This is my life. I spend my time in places like this helping people like you. That's what I do. Don't question my commitment to your case.
The case. The case. The case. You're not committed to me. A person! No. You think I'm guilty. Say it.
So that's him talking to Jodie Foster. That guy, Tyler.
The great Oscar-winning Jodie Foster, who is another Natalie Lister. And last but not least, also in this movie, Rupert Everett.
Then you're off your chair in one exquisite movement. Wandering, searching, sniffing the wind like a dappled deer. Has God heard your little prayer? Will Cinderella dance again? And then, suddenly, the crowd's part. And there he is. Sleek, stylish, radiant with charisma.
Yeah, that's from that's him talking to Julia Foster, Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts. So each one of the people in the clips from Napoleon, all the people talking to A-listers. Napoleon will be the first movie that we review today. It's one of the top ones out there right now, and it's Ridley Scott's new one. If you don't know who Ridley Scott is, we'll deep into that as well. Yeah. I mean, the guy's super famous, right?
Yeah. To me.
All right, cool. Also, the other movie that we're going to be covering this today is the other big movie that's out of the theater right now, the one everybody's talking about if you are between the ages of 15 and 28, the one and only Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, featuring none other playing Cornelius Snow, Tom Blyth.
I've never done anything against you, and I don't want to. You don't stand a chance. Please, Joe. Believe me, I really do not want to kill you. You still have a chance, John. Save your life. Take it. What do you think? That I'm stupid?
It's from Billy the Kid, right?
Billy the Kid. I was like, man, I didn't know you played Billy the Kid. Also playing his counterpart in this movie, the one that I don't know what she did to piss off everybody, but man, there was a lot of negative videos of her when I went out looking for stuff. But here she is in Hunger Games. It's Rachel Zegler.
Whose side is she on anyway?
I must try to sway Hespera. Only she can subdue our sister. I will give it my all or die trying.
Die? No, I'm pretty sure we could come up with an alternative to dying.
My sweet Freddie, I'm ready if need be. I've lived a long life.
What are you talking about? Lived a long life? We're the same age. You're young. We're young.
I'm over 6,000 years old.
Huh?
You look great.
Certainly seems inappropriate.
Yeah.
That's from Shazam 2. Sure, you guys.
Shazam 2. Yes, and also in this movie as well is the one, the only. You can say his full name, but you only need to say
the Dink.
He's the Dink.
What about the dragons? We have 2 of them here beneath the pyramid.
They are not eating. They haven't touched any food since Queen Daenerys left.
Daenerys is the dragon queen. We can't very well let the dragons starve, that's obvious.
If a dragon does not want to eat, how do you force him to eat?
Dragons do not do well in captivity.
How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Neil, that's in your and ours motto, right? That's what we say to people.
I drink and I know things. It's so weird. It's literally my theory in life.
Yeah.
All right, and then the wonderful, also Viola Davis.
I am sorry, Senator, if you do not have the time to answer for who bore the real cost of your development.
Objection!
Not just Tricia Stanley and her boyfriend, David Allen, who served 21 years in prison.
Your Honor, please.
For the thousands who were displaced in the name of lining your pockets. The majority whom were poor, powerless, and didn't bear the color of skin desirable to your business interests. You tore a community apart. You tore families apart. You destroyed lives, Senator. Admit it. Admit you killed Tricia Stanley and had my client, David Allen, set up for her murder.
That's from what's that from? Sorry.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay. All right.
And the one, the only, Chris's favorite boy crush and the man crush, I should say now, man crush that he's had for over 30 years. The one, the only, Mr. Jason Schwartzman.
Since Rushmore. I would say that. Since Rushmore.
Now.
Did you get it?
Yeah, you stopped thinking.
Yes. It's fantastic.
It's like I'm here, but I'm not. So I'm not here. It's just. I don't know. Do it one more time. It's like I'm a rock or a dish of mold. I'm whatever else is around, so I'm free to just exist.
This is the answer. We just have to be this all day, every day.
It's the answer.
So that's from my Heart Huckabees, and probably, I mean, top 2 favorite David O. Russell films. I mean, if I had to pick, because it's just so good. It's so fun,
Yeah, it's easy. It's like, it's one of those movies. That part of that movie, like, for so long was like my inspiration for the world. It's like, oh, I kept slamming my face into walls to get that same feeling because I didn't have a rubber ball.
Yeah.
And that's why my nose isn't as long as it used to be. It used to be longer. But anyway, but that movie is like, I Heart Huckabees. Like, it's weird, but it's like a good weird that, like, literally it
makes you smile.
It makes you smile, and it just is like makes you feel like the world is all better, even though we're all going to hell and dying.
Yeah,
but since we destroyed the planet and all the human beings,
you can find us online.
Why did we kill everybody?
You can find us online with ZoneSuck.net. We're w2mnet.com. That's W2M and moviesnet.com. You can find us there along with a bunch of other podcasts. We're at facebook.com/MoviesDon'tSuck podcast. We're at Twitter, MTS Podcast, or I guess X now. We're at Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're on patreon.com/MoviesDon'tSuck. Find us there if you guys want to send us $1 or $2. We're not going to turn you away. If you're watching the Facebook, subscribe. Watch YouTube,
we like dollars.
Yeah, we do. If you guys want merch like this shirt that Neil's wearing, go to bonfire.com, search Movies Don't Suck and something to do. You'll find that there along with a bunch of stuff Neil made. If you're watching YouTube, subscribe. Watch this on Facebook like that page. And in fact, if you're like listening to a podcast app, just hit that subscribe button. So you don't have to do anything. It'll be waiting for you there every Monday when I upload the podcast. What do we do for small businesses?
Small businesses, we like to promote you. We like to love you. We want you to love us like we love you. And we just want to share the love out there. And today, this business, now they have 3 openings across the United States. So they're semi-chain like, but there's only 3 businesses and they are privately owned. And so today's small business is one I tried this past, I guess it was 2 weekends ago when I went to Beetlejuice. This is where I went to eat beforehand, and it was called Vixen's Soul Kitchen. Vixen's Soul's Kitchen is like downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is one of the coolest looking joints in the entire world. Now, their purpose is Fixing seeks to send the standard for American soul food experience by offering authentic soul food and impelling services in a hip, energetic atmosphere. Guests experience Black excellence through our delicious cuisine, friendly service, and spotless restaurants. Fixin's staff anticipate our guests' every need so that each and every guest leaves satisfied, full. and looking forward to the next visit. Now here, Chris, this is why I went. That's Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have Kool-Aid drinks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had grape drink the whole time. I was like, they're like, do you want to try one of our signature cocktails? Like, no. I was like, no, put some vodka and some Kool-Aid. Grape drink. Like, but their food is ridiculous. Yeah. This is fried chicken, right? That is fried chicken. Oh, dude, those collard greens are usually you got to put vinegar in collard greens. Those collard greens, you don't even have to touch them. They are made with turkey necks, and
they're perfect to me already.
Oh my God, look at that Bloody Mary. Look at that Bloody Mary. Oh my God. That's their banana pudding.
I'm fucking hungry as shit, dude. Stop it.
Oh, dude, wait. Here's some oxtail. Oh, that's the smothered chicken. Look at this. Oh, that's a deep fried devil eggs.
Dude, you don't know how much I miss Southern cooking, dude. I don't. I miss it so much.
Look at this. Oh, look at all this. Oh, that's the plate I had.
Yeah.
Even though
red beans and rice on there, dude. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. We took the okra and we took it home after because I couldn't eat it all, and we chopped it up and actually put it in like lasagna too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got chicken and waffles as well. So it's Fixin's. They have 3 locations. Yes, that is 3 locations. One is right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or at 222 North Detroit Avenue, also known as Black Wall Street, right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They also live in LA Live, Los Angeles, 800 West Oklahoma, sorry, I said Oklahoma because I saw the O. 800 West Olympic Boulevard, or Sacramento at 3428 3rd Avenue. They're originally from California because the owner is actually an ex-NBA guy, but it's him and his wife that did it.
Nice.
And then it's like, man, the food's nuts.
Yeah.
Those collard greens alone. Like, I was like, man, these are going to be so flavorless. Like, I didn't even touch them because I asked for vinegar, and the lady's like, why would we have vinegar?
Yeah.
And I was like, for the collard greens. And she's like, that's not a thing. And I go, yeah, it's very much a thing, ma'am.
Have you tried it?
She goes, have you tried them? And I was like, no. And I took a bite of them. I was like, no, I don't need nothing. But anyway, that's Fixin' Soul Kitchen. You can find them at fixinsoulkitchen.com.
Nice.
All right. Movies.
I think we're going to talk the first movie. Talk Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, right? That's what we're talking about first? Or are we talking about Napoleon first? Which one do we do first?
I don't know. Let's do Napoleon. It's in the order of thing. What does it matter? Napoleon.
Yeah, directed by Ridley Scott. He directed things such as Alien. That's all I need to say about Alien, Gladiator, The Beautiful Mind. No, he didn't do Beautiful Mind. Alien, Blade Runner, Gladiator, Thelma and Louise, Hannibal, Black Hawk Down, Matchstick Men, Kingdom of Heaven, fucking American Gangster, Robin Hood, Prometheus, and a bunch of other alien shit. But he also did one of her movies from 2021, The Last Duel. He did House of Gucci, and then he did Napoleon, starring the inimitable Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon himself.
They call for you. The general.
Yeah, and this also stars Vanessa Kirby as his wife in this one.
Where's the virus?
I didn't ask to dance. Why should I talk to you? You're not CIA.
This also stars Tahir Rahim.
Do you understand that? To tell you nothing. Whatever I say.
And Rupert Everett.
Then you're off your chair in one exquisite movement.
You know, what's the storyline for Napoleon?
Short man tries to take over Europe.
That's not.
He was not short. He was only like 5'4".
No, he was like 5'8", 5'9". He was normal height at the time.
No, 5'6". He was 5'6".
I'm 5'6". Fuck you.
He was 5'8", 5'9" with his hat.
Okay.
He was 5'8", 5'9" with his hat.
But he wasn't that short.
Napoleon is.
Go ahead.
No, I got it. Napoleon is a spectacle-filled action epic that details the checkered rise and fall of the iconic French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, played by Oscar winner Joaquin Phoenix against a stunning backdrop of relentless journey to power through the prism of his addictive, violent relationship with one true love, Joséphine showcasing his visionary military and political tactics against some of the most dynamic practical battle sequences ever filmed. Oh, and that's by Sony. So Sony wrote their own. No, but whatever. I got it.
So here's the thing about Napoleon. So Napoleon is a legendary military strategist, and so all the battle scenes of this are fucking fantastic. I wish there was way more of that.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say about this movie. This movie seemed like, what's the way to say this? There's parts of it that felt really rushed, but at the same time, that felt like it took forever, even though it was a rushed scene.
It's just 2.5 hours
You know what I'm
long.
saying?
It's a long movie, and there's
Well, this is the problem. This is the thing. It is not a 2.5 hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
We got a 2.5 hour.
It's a 4-hour movie. It's 4 hours long.
It is a 4-hour movie that will be coming to Apple Plus.
Yeah.
Is where it'll be popping up, guys.
And that's where people were. A lot of people wait for that. Like Chris saying, "This is not the movie that Ridley put out. We'll see the real movie later on." But
yeah, so this is basically like, and it gets to the point. Okay, the thing that keeps this movie attractive to people, or attractive in the movie itself, is the fact that all of a sudden it is like the story behind Napoleon and his wife, his first wife, Joséphine. Is that it? Who it is?
Yeah, Joséphine.
Joséphine. And between them, their relationship is what keeps this movie going. Now, if you're a historian,
I want to tell you something real quick.
You're totally not going to agree with 90% of the fucking shit that goes. There's three parts of this movie that are actually very historically accurate. But there are parts like the love story between Napoleon and his first wife that are not real.
Yeah, so here's what happened. On the set, they had a historical consultant. And he's like, great. They ask him the things happened. Like, so they'll ask him, this, did that happen? And you go, well, no. They go, they bring to Ridley and they go, well, the other part's cool, so leave that in. So basically, the story is there to correct him, and then really go, well, I think this other way's cooler. So that's how we're gonna do that. So it's not very historically accurate. And there's there's an argument to say, well, the artistic license taken was to show how Napoleon viewed himself, and I don't think that's the case. But that doesn't mean that it's still a very entertaining movie.
Hey, guess what, dude? Braveheart did not happen the way Braveheart happened. Guess what? I'll watch that movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tombstone did not come close to the way the fuck that really happened.
Yeah, I don't think that Doc Holliday said I'm your Huckleberry.
That damn movie. you know, I know every word of that damn movie. So the problem here is I think the pacing was off a little bit. And sometimes I just don't think Joaquin knew what to do on how to play the character.
So the weird thing is that Joaquin did an English accent in Gladiator, and this one
France.
Yeah, and this one he just does Joaquin Phoenix. Like he doesn't change the affect at all. It's just Joaquin Phoenix.
He kind of looks like him though.
A little bit. Yeah, but also he's older than Napoleon was when he's 6 years older than Napoleon was
Napoleon when he when he was at the height of his power.
Yeah, so Napoleon was 35 when he became emperor, and Joaquin Phoenix is 49. So right there, you're kind of
And that's talking about him when he becomes the emperor and stuff like that. Yeah. Like that's one of the signs. One of the scenes I feel like were missed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess, this movie, but it doesn't mean it's not entertaining, and the battle sequences are fantastic. It's like, honestly, that's what I wanted the whole movie to be. It's just the military strategist Bonaparte, not coming super quick saying, give me a son, Napoleon. I want a military mastermind Napoleon, and we didn't get enough of that.
Yeah, and the thing is, also is I wanted to hear his strategy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. We're the battle scenes epic, not a fucking lie. They were
battle. They were awesome. They were awesome.
The thing about Napoleon and why he won so much was 100% because of his know-how, his brain, of what he was like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Like one that's, I'm not ruining this. This is history, so I don't feel like this is a spoiler. The lake scene where they that is known as one of the most smartest strategic fucking things that ever happened, where he shoots the cannonballs into the frozen lake and people start drowning and dying.
And it's an amazing spectacle too. That whole scene is masterful shot. Ridley Scott knows how to make a movie.
Masterfully shot. But why didn't we get a little pre-thought to that? Why didn't we get a little? And maybe the thing is, that's why I feel like this movie took so long but felt really rushed. I think maybe the 4-hour version of this is going to be the one that adds enough stuff to make the pacing feel right.
And a lot of people
don't feel like the one in the theater was the right pacing for this.
A lot of people were saying that they're going to wait for the really rightfully give Napoleon a fair rating until the 4-hour cut comes out, which I don't know if I'll have time to watch that because me and Neil Bailey haven't enough time to watch movies. We have to come out in fucking this month, dude, because everything's coming out. Everything's
coming out, and on top of that, hey guys, guess what? We don't get paid for this. This is just a hobby. We like movies, and we watch these movies anyway. We watch so many movies. Chris already has watched 9 more movies than what needed at the movie theater in our podcast for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
and I'm going by what he wants to just put in his top 10 to kind of, be like, okay, yeah, I'll go get that one.
Honestly, this is probably the only month this year that we'll be going to the theater for both movies. Honestly,
because there's no way we can't. I mean, Rebel Sky's coming out too.
Rebel Moon comes out the same day.
And we're gonna have to do that in February or January. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get to it.
Because we because next week is Dream Scenario Godzilla -1. Then the week after that is Poor Things and the Iron Claw. And then the week after that, we gotta
do Iron Claw, because how's the wrestling guy not gonna review Iron Claw?
And how's the indie film guy not gonna see Yorgos Lanthimos film? Then after that, we'll have to see Wonka and Aquaman and Rebel Moon after our year end, because we're doing a year end with Mark again. So But anyway,
let's go back to the movie. The movie itself. All right, let's go talk about the movie and not how stressed out we are about how fucking many movies we got to try to fit in.
But this movie. Okay, so with things it did well. Battle sequences are great.
The battle sequences are amazing. Joaquin Phoenix, this is what I was trying to talk about. And you jumped in, and then we went off on a tangent. So I feel like the Emperor scene was like one of the scenes that was a missed opportunity. I feel like you could have made the character feel more there, but it didn't. It just fell flat. I felt like that was a flat, like when he does, which everybody knows. This is, again, not a spoiler. This is history. I feel like, but Napoleon crowns himself emperor. I feel you could have made him feel like a goddamn tyrant right then and there, or given him some personality.
The thing is,
and he didn't. It was just like, I grabbed this thing, I found it over there, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, bye.
Like, the scene could have felt more grand and more grandiose, but you're right. It did sort of fall flat in that instance where you're like, okay, this is supposed to be sort of like a pitiful scene instead of just another scene.
One of the most historical things that ever happened, and it kind of just like, okay, I did it.
Yeah,
but it'd be like me coming out being like, if all of a sudden I came out and I was just like, what's the best example of this? 7 years ago, our fathers. Okay, if I came out and played Abraham Lincoln like that.
Yeah.
I mean, is it because this movie only took 61 days?
I mean, that's crazy. They did it in 61 days. I will say that when it comes to acting, Vanessa Kirby was great, right? She was fantastic. And I mean, Joaquin did his best. Joaquin does what he does. He's a pretty good actor, But in this one, it's kind of makes strange choices,
Right. I don't know. That's the thing. I think I don't feel like I saw the full movie, and that's the problem. Like, this movie is good. Don't get me wrong. I liked it, but again, the pacing was off. And then we went really fast through things I felt like we should have spent some more time on. And
if you guys really want to know about Napoleon, though, I feel like you want to probably see a documentary or read a book about him. because this one's not going to feed your. You're going to this as a history buff, which I'm a minor one. I knew going in that it was going to be completely. A lot of it would be complete bullshit because Ridley Scott likes the spectacle, you know. But
right, and
but this movie it's pretty entertaining. I was not bored.
It is pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna say that it's not. It's just, to me, it just feels like something's off, bro. And I don't like that. I don't like saying that it'll be off, but that's it, man. It's just I love the movie. I like Ridley Scott. I like Joaquin Phoenix, but I just wait for the 4-hour rendition if you want to go see this.
Yeah, you'll be there like next month or the month after that. I forget when it's coming out, but there's a 4-hour cut waiting to be released on Apple TV, and me and Neil have Apple TV because we still haven't canceled after Ted Lasso. But yeah, and I mean, yeah, we'll watch this.
I mean, I could cancel it even after Ted Lasso.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's weird that they have so much like star power behind the shows there, but they're not advertising it at all. It's like it's not catching, you know. But here we are, yeah. Napoleon, directed by Ridley Scott, Joaquin Phoenix, Kirby. We kind of liked it. You got quotes to this one, dude?
You know, I got quotes.
Oh, you pull them up.
Just like your mama.
Hey, come on.
Mercy for the innocent. Mercy for humanity. We must make an example of other cities will fall. You are not. Oh, you are even worse than Caesar. Do I look like I'm in love? Tell me there are no snakes in your bed or in your legs. Are there any snakes in your bed or your legs?
Both.
Chris?
Both.
The entire world. The entire world knows about my arrival, but not my wife.
Ooh.
You are just a brute. That is nothing without me. Our harsh words are behind us. I need you to be my tender friend. Behind this door is our destiny. I found the crown of France in the gutter and placed it upon my head. Let them think they have the higher ground first. I could have taken both of your armies as my prisoners. Hopefully you remember this in our next friendship. You said you French only fight for money. The English fight for honor. Of course, we fight for the things we don't have. I fear how for you, remember, I alone knew your heart. I miss you. I am melancholy for our home and for victories. Who burnt Moscow to the ground? I did. Okay, that's it. So right. That's the last one. So you're gonna have to edit some stuff there. Sorry.
So my score on Napoleon's probably 3.7. You know?
Yeah, dude, I have to agree with you. It's a 3.7 because this is not the full movie.
No, but this is this. But it's pretty like compelling. Like for the whole 2.5 hours, I was compelled, and that's like I wasn't angry. Yeah, I guess the best way. You know, I enjoyed it. I guess. I mean, well, what else can I say about it? You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed the movie, but it was.
I enjoyed the movie, but it was just like I maybe my hopes were too high.
And I don't know what. Did you really feel like you knew Napoleon after this? So like there was a bunch of like scenes with him in it, but I don't think I got the full view of the man.
Yeah, it was the flow or the pacing or the editing. I don't know. I can't put my finger exactly on it. Like I said, some scenes felt so fast and so slow at the same time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The way that was Ridley, I don't know, man. Well, I'll watch anything he does. After the last duel, how much you love that movie?
Yeah, I'll still do everything Ridley Scott or Joaquin Phoenix will do. But still, I would like to see the 4-hour version of this.
There's some great scenes in this. Some amazing scenes in this. And then stuff I don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like there's some great scenes, but they don't follow it or bring it down or bring it high. Yeah. It's just like the cut of it. It's like the next scene. It's like, here's a great scene. And then here's a scene which should be a great scene, but I don't think anybody gave a fuck, and we didn't show up for that one.
Yeah. All right, man. You guys listening to the first show for the first time, movie Series 5. Neil, me and Neil, we don't disagree that often anymore, it seems like, but we're at 3.7 on this one. Now I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. Neil, what's the audience score for Napoleon?
Man, audience score is going to give it a 64.
58%, which is over that.
Damn it!
Audience,
why can't I hit it on the target?
Audience says Napoleon has plenty of terrific acting and action, but struggles to present a complete picture of the man in spite of its lengthy runtime. All right, Neil, what is the critic score for Napoleon?
I'm definitely going to have to say they gave it a higher one, so I'm going to go 73%.
59%.
Damn it. It's off again. All right, what's up there?
Ridley Scott is intent on proving the Emperor has no clothes in Napoleon. A slightly funny epic with bravura set pieces and divided runtime that keeps it from outright conquering. I'm going to read a review that probably brings it full circle to us. This is from Mark Messervos of the News Herald in Mobile, Ohio. He goes, Napoleon offers so much, and yet it leaves us wanting more. Right? And that's kind of the case. Like, Ridley Scott, we expect a 5-star movie from him, and we get this movie, and it wasn't 5 stars. It was 3.7 stars. So
it's not that it wasn't 5-star. It's again, it was like, okay, dude. I like it just seemed it was edited weird. It just makes it seem weird. Dude, if you're gonna film a 4-hour movie, just have the balls to say you got a 4-hour movie about Napoleon.
I mean, who in the world? Who in
the world would have been surprised?
I mean, if Martin Scorsese can do their 3.5-hour movie, you knew forever we were gonna watch it. I mean, I don't know, but that's. I mean, we'll talk about this at the end of the year, I suppose. But yeah, Napoleon.
That's what we said last night.
Ooh. But yeah, Napoleon, guys. If you guys want to see it in theaters, or if you want to just sit on your couch and wait for the 4-hour version, come out TV, that'll be here, not too distant future. But I think
you're in a feature.
I think I'm ready for news, though. Are you for news?
No, you're not. You're never ready for news. You're never ready for anything. You're never ready because
I'm going to press the button and I'm going to rush real quick on this one.
This is the Movie Zone Stuck in Some of Them News, where I read stuff to Chris and he has to act like he like it, or he doesn't have a co-host week.
Woo! Yeah, I'm ready to like it, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. Let's get this fucking going, dude.
That's what you said last night.
Yeah, let's get this fucking going.
1 second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to clean some of them off.
Yeah,
so I can come back and go get them. Because they slow down the computer so much when I have 142 fucking tabs open.
Yeah.
Godzilla is extending its U.S. theatrical run as record-breaking box office dominates continues. Now, if you don't know, Godzilla -1 is the biggest Japanese domestic movie that's been sent over to America ever.
Oh, really? Really? I didn't know that.
Ever. It's already beat everything ever. It made $71 million in its first week.
Dude. I can't wait.
It is the Godzilla movie,
which I'm super excited about because
it better be as good as everybody's saying.
Oh, you're gonna be pissed if it's not as good because you're like, I know that getting quotes can be fucking difficult, and finding quotes for the actors would be difficult if you're able to find them. But yeah, Godzilla -1, we're definitely talking about that because we are monster movie fans. So.
Yeah, it was number 3 this past weekend.
That's crazy.
With only 2 movies beating it. What 2 movies beat it?
Hunger Games and Napoleon.
What 2 movies do you think beat it?
Hunger Games and Napoleon.
No, Napoleon did not even hit the top 5.
What were they?
Napoleon didn't even hit top 5.
Really? What was the top 2?
I think you're ready. I'm on the jelly. I think you're ready for this jelly. Cause my booty too bootylicious.
Okay, so Beyonce was
the queen.
Was she number 1 or she
number 1? 100 Games was number 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Beyonce was way number 1.
Oh.
We'll get to that in a minute too.
All right.
Eli Roth says the ink is done. The signatures on the paper. Yes, sir. We are getting Thanksgiving as one of the statures of horror movie. It is getting a sequel. He says, in his words, John Carver will kill again. The sequel is a go. Thank you, everyone who supported the original horror in theaters. Go see it now on the big screens when it's still in cinemas. Sequel set release for 2025. And he did this while wearing a John Carver mask.
Of course, because that's so rough.
If you haven't seen it, we just reviewed the episode last week.
Yeah.
It was a great movie. We both gave it great reviews. Go listen to the episode. Go check out the movie. It is one of the best movies, I think. One of the best horror movies of the year.
Yeah.
Talking about horror movies, we were lied to.
By who?
Jenna Ortega's departure wasn't over scheduling issues.
Oh, why'd she leave?
The controversy surrounding Melissa Bra is the reason that she left. Raza Mishwal came after she publicly expressed her opinion on the Palestinian-Israel conflict, where Ortega's departure was reportedly due to dispute with the studio, but that's not what happened. Jenna was like, you can't cut someone down for their, talking.
So just so you guys know,
freedom of speech.
We're talking about the Scream franchise. Neil just said Jenna Ortega. The Scream thing. She was Scream because the studio was trying to tamp down an actress, and she's like, "Fuck this! I'm not even going back now." So
yeah,
but at least
that's the thing, and so now they're trying to get the whole old cast for it, and blah blah blah. Disney has now launched a Hulu hub. If you have Disney Plus, and Disney Plus and Hulu are now combined. So figure out how that all goes and stop paying for one of them.
Okay.
Because you get them both now.
Okay. Because
one.
I've been using Hulu the past week. So, all right. To combine, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, Hulu's now signs into your Disney. So, So if you want Disney Plus and Hulu separate, you can do that. Whatever you want. But guys, it's all one thing. Don't pay the extra $10 a month. People need to learn how to cut down their
services. Yeah.
Their what's the best? Yeah, their services, so they don't have 104 of them. Hey, have you? Me and Chris were talking about this before air. Squid Game. The Challenge has been one of the most popular shows on Netflix this year. People have binge watched it right away. And because of that, season 2 of the reality show, which is based off the very popular show Squid Game, The Challenge season 2 has already been greenlit by Netflix to come on. It is fun. I'm not going to lie. The winner received $4.56 million. I don't want to read any more of this because I kind of explained what happened in the first one. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Gary Doberman signs first look featured deal with Sony's Screen Gems. Gary Doberman, with credits include Annabella Films, Swamp Thing, the show, It, and Salem's Lot, has secured a deal with Screen Gems. He will now be making films just for them. Create projects for himself while creating a slate featuring established and upcoming filmmakers, is what he's saying. So I don't know all the movies he's going to jump into, but it looks like Paranormal Activities thrown around, Quiet Place spinoff is looking around, new Scream movie, he might be doing part of that. So good for him, man. He got the dibs on that.
I'm with him. Yeah.
David. Okay, let's see if I can remember if I can pronounce this correct. Everybody's favorite polka dot man, David Dast McLean.
He's in fucking everything. I love that guy. He's in everything. Yeah.
He has just joined. He has just joined Sigourney Weaver and Mads Mikkelsen as in Brian Fuller's new horror movie Dust Bunny.
I must Mads Mikkelsen. Anything I'm kind of already in. You know, like anything. If Mads Mikkelsen's in it, I'm already kind of like, yeah, I'll watch whatever it is. So.
I mean, that's already like the project was announced last November, not long before we learned that Fuller is also working on Friday the 13th, the TV series called Crystal Lake. Now, it looks like filming is going to took place in Budapest, and the producer, I'm trying to see what it is. Fuller's producing a film. No, characters. Nothing's being revealed.
Okay.
Literally is nothing's being revealed.
Okay.
It keeps on saying nothing's being revealed. So nothing's being revealed. But those, I mean, I feel like that's enough cast.
Yeah.
For me
Sigourney Weaver, Mads Mikkelsen,
They can be reading. Minecraft movie has now added one of the major stars from Peacemaker alongside Jason Momoa. Production is starting later tomorrow. As you know her, Danielle Brooks, if you don't know her, she was the one that was Amanda Waller's daughter in the Peacemaker show. The long-awaited Minecraft movie is set to begin filming this month, adding Peacemaker star Danielle Brooks to the cast. Jason Momoa's involvement as the lead star has injected new energy and hope into the project, despite rumors of other potential cast members. So, there is, who else is it? This says the plot details for Minecraft movie remain under wraps. It's revealed, though, that Brooks will play the role of Dawn, while Hansen will play the role of Henry. The pair will join the likes of Aquaman star Jason Momoa, and What We Do in Shadow star and actor Matt Berry, who's also known as Dakota Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fucking A, dude. I'm down for it. Let's do it. Let's get naked.
Anytime I hear a good story, I just feel like you get a hug from the movie industry.
If you didn't see it this week, Chris, the lady who played America Chazaz in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, she was the one that could warp between Zelena Gomez. She won Dancing with the Stars.
Good for her.
So she is the one that won this week. It just was published one day ago. So that means it must have happened one day ago, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Me and Neil don't watch that show, I guess.
I know, but we're giving you the info because we know you want the news.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever sat there and listened to It's a Wonderful Life and thought, man, if only Jimmy Stewart
what was it?
could put me to bed every night.
Was that your Jimmy Stewart impersonation?
That was my Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart talks like his tongue is in the back of his head. Well, there's it's like an inventory that's like a Jimmy Stewart AI has been generated, narration coming to the Calming app 26 years after his death. Hollywood icon Jimmy Stewart voice has been revived with using AI technology to narrate bedtime stories for Calm, sparking both enduring and creepy reactions.
Yeah, the creepy part is what I'm definitely feeling for that. Like, if I knew someone who would talk like Jimmy Stewart today, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? like it's a pretty.
Hey, dude, my Alexa talks like freaking Samuel Jackson. So
but that's way cool.
What am I?
It's like Alexa, play OTEP. All right, motherfucker. It's like that.
So one of the biggest stars in all of Hollywood has asked us here at Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do to stop doing something, and I'm going to agree with him because I feel like it will ruin the surprise. But Ryan Reynolds has pleaded with websites and fans and podcasts and media to stop ruining the fucking movie.
So does that mean that when we watch it, we are doing a spoiler section as a Patreon exclusive? No? Okay.
I don't like what you're saying. He's saying now.
Okay.
Stop ruining it now.
Okay.
Right now. Every time there's a new picture or something like that, is Taylor Swift in it? Is, oh, did we see less Kelsey Grammer? Did we see da-da-da-da-da-da? And it's like, come on, man.
I stay away from that because I want it to be all a surprise for you and me. So.
You and me and
the only thing I know is that I've seen pictures of Hugh Jackman in an orange Wolverine costume. So
the greatest producer and one of the writers and the pioneers of one of the, if not some of the greatest TV sitcoms of all time, has passed away at the age of 101. So buddy, you made it past 100. Yeah, Betty White didn't even make it past 100. Yeah. And but Norman Lear, creator of The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, All in the Family, some of the most politically and society pushing fucking TV shows of all time.
Yeah.
Has passed away, and by any means, I mean, he did everything from Maude. I mean, I don't even know. Do they have a list anywhere in here? I don't know, but the dude literally had some of the best. I mean, he made it so people understood the world was moving on and not being, a white racist guy sitting in a.
So Norman Lear did Good Times One Day at a Time, which is now on Netflix. Maude, Jefferson's All in the Family. That's like his biggest stuff. But he, like you said, he is there and he is important to society when it comes to moving ahead. So, yeah.
Remember the movie The Accountant?
Yeah, barely.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, dude, it's one of my favorite movies with Ben Affleck as the main star.
Really? Okay.
I love him because it had so weird. Yeah. It got an okay for a sequel.
I guess I have to watch the first one now because we're going to talk about that in the show.
Yeah. The Accountant wants to make it a trilogy with John Berthlow, a.k.a. The Punisher, to return to play a bigger role as well. And Kevin O'Connor is ready to return to the world as well. So I guess we're seeing like a whole world now of The Accountant.
I haven't seen the first one. I might watch tonight because I got time. I have free time tonight. So
yeah, it's a good little movie. I really like it. I really like it. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite Ben Affleck. It's action, but it's not action. It's like you don't know what the fuck is really going on half the movie. I don't even want to explain more than that to you. I want you to go enjoy it.
Okay.
Jennifer Love Hewitt is 100% ready to return to I Know What You Did Last Summer. She wants a new one. And to be honest, let's jump off the Screen bandwagon and let's go back to that one. Because it seems like nobody wants to do anything at Scream right now. Let's just be done with Scream until you figured all that mess out.
Yeah.
Let's go back to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
And Joe Hewitt, she probably could use a little bit of job, I like her though.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Maleficent 3's in the works.
There's a second one?
We watched it. We actually rated it.
That's right. That's how much I don't care about Maleficent. I totally forgot there's a sequel.
I didn't even know.
I forgot about it. I don't even know.
No, here's something you do care about.
Okay.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Mr. Bruce Campbell has stated that they're more likely now from here on out until he dies, there will be a new Evil Dead movie every 2 to 3 years.
Let's hope that's the case.
I mean, has one of them let us down yet?
I don't think so, man. We're all pretty good on it.
Did you even watch the show, Ash versus Evil Dead?
I didn't get a chance to watch that one, though.
Dude, it's on the platforms. It's on the platforms. You can watch
By the way, did you see the preview for Ghostbusters, the next one?
Whose?
The new Ghostbusters movie. You see the preview for that during?
Oh yeah, of course. I've seen that. The Fallout. The there's so many things. The new Boys season.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for the new Boys season.
There's a movie that I just saw. I was going to ask you about at the theater last night, and I was like, man, that looks fucking good.
Ghostbusters 3, the Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters 4, I guess, looks really good. It looks really awesome. It has Dan Aykroyd. It has fucking Bill Murray in it. I'm like all down for it. So
I'm down for it. Yeah, I mean, you know I'm down for it. It says Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
you know, when the women one came out, I was all for it. I was like, yeah, let's go see Ghostbusters.
Paul Rudd wearing the fucking uniform. Dude, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like you know.
Yeah, I'm doing it all day.
Yeah,
all day. You gotta represent your Kansas City boy.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage wants to leave cinema behind and take over TV. He plans just to do 3 to 4 more movies, and he wants to go into TV. His inspiration, the other day, he finally finished a show that we all finished years ago, but this is the inspiration for it. You want to guess what that show was that inspired this?
It's a Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is the inspiration behind. So Nicolas Cage has already filmed over 100 films in his career. I think it's 130 something, if I remember last time. And so he's done. He's out. He's ready to go.
Since he finished Breaking Bad, he's like, that's the best fucking thing I've ever seen. I gotta do something like that. Honestly, Nicolas Cage is doing pretty good lately. We'll talk about Dream Scenario next week, but you know, that's what's happening. But yeah.
I know. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling's Ocean's 11 movie title and characters has been revealed.
So what's the Gosling and Robbie doing? What's it called?
All right, so Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling will star as the parents of Danny and Debbie Ocean, and the upcoming film will be called Oceans. Okay. And the prequel will be set in the 1960s, which is the original Ocean 11s, starring the Rat Pack, which when it opened in the movie theaters.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'll see that.
It's Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie.
Well,
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt right now.
Every time I see Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie, I'm pretty interested. Like I'm a big director guy, but there's some actors that they choose interesting things to do, and right now Margot Robbie and Gosling pick very interesting things to do. So I'll watch what they do. Yeah,
I'll do whatever. I'll go to whatever they do. Talking about interesting people that do interesting things, Ryan Reynolds and Channing Tatum have just signed on to play brothers in an action comedy called Calamity Hustle.
They got to, because they're supposed to really. They're both good looking fellas, and they just look like they should be friends automatically. Like you've seen.
They're estranged brothers involved in a diamond heist. They're in a Warner Brothers, Amazon, and Netflix are all in a bidding war for it right now. Offered them $20 million each.
Oh my god!
And especially since there's rumors that they're in Deadpool 3 together.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a down on his luck former Los Angeles detective turned private investigator who, after shaken down by a vicious crime lord, must track down his estranged brother to help him. That was responsible for. I mean, I'm down.
Real quick, speaking of brother movies, just real quick, did you see the Brother Sisters? Or the Sister Brothers? The Sister Brothers with...
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, a couple, like 6 or 7 years ago. I really wish that movie would have gotten more press, because I think it's a really good movie with Joaquin Phoenix and, whatever. Sorry.
Whatever. It's my United States over.
Whatever, yeah.
Haiti and Christians Signals is returning back to acting finally after being bashed and beaten for years.
What the fuck is up with that
by the Star Wars people?
He wasn't so bad. He
is now coming back to acting. He's going to be an independent artist group. He's going to be signing with an independent artist group and start doing some independent art acting.
Cool.
Please, Hayden. Yeah. All right.
I'm sorry that people fucked.
Guess what, Hayden? It wasn't you. It wasn't you, Hayden.
It was
you.
George
You
Lucas.
just got some shitty scripts.
It was George Lucas.
It was George. It wasn't your fault. You had to say, "I hate sand." It's so coarse. But guess what, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Revenge of the Sith, though. Let's just be fucking honest. That was a badass. I mean, you were a badass in that.
Yeah.
You versus you and Ewan McGregor. When you two shared the scene together, it was awesome.
Isn't it weird how Ewan McGregor looks better now than he's ever looked. It's weird to me how attractive he is at this age he's at. Please come on the show.
Joel Silver has been fired by Amazon, and because of that, his new movie Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal will be going straight to streaming and not the theaters.
That's crazy. That's wild. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
He will likely drop it on streaming rather than receiving a full-blown theatrical release as intended. Silver, despite being fired by Amazon, will still receive a credit for his work on the Roadhouse remake. Silver allegedly abused 2 female executives verbally, which led to them getting fired.
That might happen. That might happen.
Will Smith has confirmed he is an I Am Legend 2 right next to Michael B. Jordan.
I was just
You're in Tulsa? Okay, obviously we're on the same page now because literally I just interrupted you. So, okay. Johnny Depp. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Johnny Depp wanted for a role of Satan in Terry Gilliam's Carnival at the End of the Days. Director Terry Gilliam is hoping to cast Johnny Depp as a humanity-saving Satan in his upcoming comedy Carnival at the End of Days. I don't need to read any more of that. Johnny Depp as Satan saving humanity. I'm down.
Okay.
I'm all day long, brother and sister. Home Alone's beloved mother and son reunite for Macaulay Culkin star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's right.
That's
Macaulay Culkin has got a Star of Hall of Fame, and Catherine O'Hara has stated, she said, first, Home Alone is and will always be a beloved global sensation. The reason is that the reason families all over the world can't let a year go by without watching and loving Home Alone together is because of Macaulay Culkin. Then stated,
you call him Macaulay, it's Macaulay Culkin.
That's what I said, Macaulay. Macaulay. Then she said, Macaulay Culkin. Mac, congratulations. You so deserve to star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And thank you for including me, your fake mom, even though I left you home alone not once but twice to share in this happy occasion. I'm so proud of you.
Catherine O'Hara has this sort of she's back now because of Schitt's Creek, you know. I'm welcoming her back with open arms. So thanks for being around. I do want to mention real quick news that you probably haven't mentioned. So, Bike Riders, remember that was dropped by Buena Vista. They wanted to put it out. It was Focus Features bought the Bike Riders.
Aston Butler and Tom Hardy and all of them. Yeah.
So Focus Features will now distribute the film in 2024. So I hope we get.
We already talked about that. We talked about that like 3 weeks. That was like right before Thanksgiving.
Oh fuck! I'm drunk now. So all right.
Yeah. How about I do the news and you just listen? How about because there's 3 stories left and then we can go talk about the movie.
Okay,
fine.
All right.
Cool. You ready?
Go for it.
All right. The war is over. That's right. The war is over between Sean Ono Lennon and Peter Jackson, who are now going to make an animated short film based on John Lennon's Happy X-Men. The war is over.
Okay, good. I like that.
Sean was mad at Peter for the whole
the Beatles thing, the Beatles movie.
Like and how he portrayed his father and blah blah blah. Lord of War, starring Nicolas Cage, is slated to shoot in Lord of War sequel is going to start shooting. Nicolas Cage slated to shoot in Morocco in 2024. So we're getting a sequel to Lord of War.
So I really like Lord of War. So I'm glad
so do I.
I'm glad it's getting a sequel because I really like that movie. And not a whole people did. So, sequel, bring him back. Awesome.
Yeah. A24, remember how they were shopping around? They're like, hey, we got to make some blockbusters or we're going to fucking fail as a filming company. Yeah. Well, they found their deal, buddy. They found their deal. A24 is now signed on with Warner Brothers Discovery. And the releases will be heading to HBO Max and Cinemax in the future. Well, all A24.
You and I are happy about that. We like the A24 films, so we can watch them anytime after the theatrical window.
And I like HBO Max.
Yeah. Cool. That's awesome.
And are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for the biggest announcement that was literally released just 3 hours ago?
Yeah.
This is the biggest announcement of the entire week. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here, I'll give you a little hint. Are you ready for a hint?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. We'll get ready at you.
Okay,
so is there Clerks 4 coming?
Jay and Silent Bob 3. Kevin Smith says he has started writing a new movie featuring the dynamic duo, Mr. Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith, joints, smoking weed, drinking beer, rolling fatties, doing blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke blunts, rolling blunts and joking. Let me get a nickel back. $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me. Jug of love. Hey, we. Anyway, Jay and Silent Bob, two of my favorite guys. I can watch a Jay and Silent Bob movie 10 times in a row and laugh every single time.
That reboot is legit, for real. That reboot's really
yes. And guess what? One more time, let them go out in the world. I don't care if they die too. I mean, not seeing anybody in his other movies have ever died. But, and that's it, man. That's the news. That was the movies that don't suck and some of the news. Now, me and Chris are going to talk the movie of the day, the generational movie that everybody's been talking about. Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes, directed by Francis Lawrence. Francis Lawrence directed some movies we do like Constantine. You remember Constantine, of course. And I Am Legend.
Do I remember Constantine?
Yeah. I Am Legend directed also Mockingjay, part 1 and 2. So this stars the Tom Blyth as Coriolanus Snow.
I've never done anything against you.
Also, Rachel Zegler plays. Fuck, this thing's all fucked up. Rachel Zegler plays in this movie as well.
Lucy Greybird.
Sorry.
Whose side is she on, anyway?
I must try to sway Hespera.
Peter Dinklage is in this movie also.
What about the dragons? We have 2 of them here.
And Viola Davis plays Dr. Volna Gall.
I am sorry, Senator, if you do not have the time to answer for who bore the real cost of your development.
Objection! And of course, Jason Schwartzman.
Now.
Neil, let's read the storyline for the Hunger Games. I'm so drunk. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
The story of Cornelius Snow, years before he would become the tyrannical president of Panem. He is young, very determined, and though the Snow family has fallen on hard times, Cornelius sees a chance for a change in his fortunes when he is chosen to be a mentor for the 10th Hunger Games, only to have his illusion dash when he is assigned to mentor a girl tribute named Lucy Greybird from the Empress of District 12.
So I heard Lucy Gray a million times during this movie, because apparently that's what she goes by. So this is a prequel to all the other Hunger Games movies. Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and the Mockingjay. So I read the books. I did not read this one, so right away.
This one just recently came out. It only come out like 3 years ago or something. And as soon as the book came out, they made it into the movie.
I heard the book's great. I've never read the book. I've read the original ones, but I didn't know this shit existed until the movie was announced. So I was like,
I didn't either. I was like, oh, okay, there's a prequel.
The thing is, like, I've read all the books, but then when they came out, I was reading something else. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop in the middle of what I'm reading, you know. But Adventure, the Hunger Games, About Summer and Snakes. Since the prequel, I wouldn't expect anything else after this, but it's pretty solid.
Because there isn't anything else after this yet.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, right? I like this movie.
It's pretty solid. You goddamn, you're drunk. Okay, let me lead, and you just jump in. How the hell we go with that, bro? Sorry, everybody. Chris has a very small alcohol intake level.
Yeah, I'm when he gets super lightweight. Yeah,
he's super lightweight, and so when he gets a couple in him, then he's just like, Yeah, that's good shit, man. Like, he's the happiest drunk ever. Like, literally, great guy. There.
Oh yeah, no, Neil. If Neil's around me on drunk, he gets so many hugs. He does.
That is a true statement. Anyway, all right, let's go into this movie.
Okay.
Anyway, Hunger Games. Man, to be honest, this movie was made by all the characters.
Oh yeah,
all the characters they had, and one of my favorite ones though is the guy who played Cornelius Snow, who played the younger version of Mr. Donald Glover.
Glover.
Isn't Donald Glover? Donald
thinking,
Sutherland. I'm sorry. Donald Sutherland. I don't know why I said Donald Glover. That's my jab. I'm sorry. I'm anyway, but to play the younger version of Donald Sutherland, totally knocked it out of the park.
Oh, great,
I think he did a great job. The problem with this movie is the same problem that Napoleon had. And it was like the pacing of it. Like, we told this great epic story all the way up to the 10th Hunger Games, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as we got to the 10th Hunger Games, right after that, we're just like, oh, this stuff needs to be rushed really quick.
So I disagree a little bit because I felt like there was two distinct separate parts of the movie, but I thought the way that I'm not going to do anything. The way it turned, I thought it was perfectly paced that way. Honestly, like because
really?
it was alluded to later on in the movie. You get to see sort of the change happen. Now, I will admit that there is a little bit of a pacing problem, but I think they did the best they could when it comes to the medium of cinema. I'm sure the book is different. The book is probably different, as in they could make it more of a gradual change. But in this one, I think they did the best they could. Honestly. I don't love this movie. My wife, on the other hand, does love this movie. She thought it was great, but I do think that with the constraints of PG-13, I thought this was really well shot. I thought it was really great acting in this. Mm-hmm. I think that, I mean, having Peter Dinklage in this honestly gave it like probably.
I think Peter did a great. Yeah. Viola, like at first.
God,
when Davis's character came out, I don't know, that might be a little too cartoony.
Yeah.
But then when you got scenes where it was elongated and you saw how she was playing the character more out.
Yeah.
Like then you got it.
Her character's wild, and I like I really appreciate her character. And really,
I'm gonna say this, and this ain't because I hate her or anything like that, and I'm not part of the hatred of whatever's going on in her world or
what's
whatever
going on
like
with that. I don't get it. Yeah,
I don't know why people hate her and stuff like that, but she was the only person, and that's Rachel Zegler. Like her and him, just it never felt like I never felt it.
Yeah, I didn't either, man. Like I knew there was supposed to be sort of a thing. But you and I we like heart and we like people that connect. And I just didn't feel the chemistry enough between the two, you know?
Right, and that was the thing with me too. Like I wanted to feel it, and they're supposed to be like in love, and I was like, I don't feel the love.
But the movie just was like, oh, they belong together. I mean, I didn't get that necessarily. You know what I mean? But that's not to say, because I like Rachel Zegler in this, and I like his character, but the chemistry between the two wasn't as potent as it could have been, and that's the problem. And I don't know if I don't know the actor, I don't know if it's the director, but that's not to say I didn't like this movie. I'm not saying that at all.
But this is the thing that this movie did outside of the other Hunger Games. It gave me a better visual or version of what's going on.
Yeah, I think you're going to say, hey, I wanted to see life in the Capitol, and we got that more.
Yeah, and we got to see why. Like, it kind of gave us a better understanding of why the Hunger Games exist. And it gave us a better reasoning behind like how the Capitol people just feel like everybody else is fucking scum.
Yeah.
Like everybody is so low behind them.
But you sort of you get a sort of understanding of why. And I
Yeah.
one thing that I really missed about the Hunger Games themselves is I never got a sense of what life was like in the Capitol, and I kind of got that in this one. More like idea what it was like, day-to-day life. I really enjoyed that part of it.
Yes, there is a lot of good parts to this movie. To be honest, if you're a fan of the Hunger Games, you're going to like this movie. And to be honest, if you're not even a fan of the Hunger Games, because to be honest, this doesn't really set on how the Hunger Game, how the other ones did, where it's like, oh, here's the here's the Hunger Games of what they are, and they're like, because in the Hunger Games, it doesn't really. Oh, this is another thing I like. It focused more on like, hey, these are kids killing kids, and like in the other movies, you're more about what was going on with the scenes and like how the environment looked around them and how they went with that, and you didn't realize, hey, these are kids killing each other. And this one, it's just because there is no arena.
Yeah.
There is an arena, but it's just like an arena that they literally just slaughter each other in an arena, and not something that's all, like a forest or a desert or everything.
I really liked seeing the, I guess, the proto obviously added upon it, but I really liked that part of it. I liked a lot of this movie. Like we were saying, it missed a little bit of the chemistry between the two love characters, but other than that, it did a really good job of expanding on the Hunger Games universe, and that's really where it shines. Not necessarily like this is not like highfalutin filmmaking. It's just a fun story. You know what I mean? And so
and I totally agree with that. I think it's it was a really good story. And it left space, so if we want to explore more, because there is a 64-year
gap,
gap in between that and the Hunger Games that we know. I believe I'm there for it. I'd be more than happy to chase it down as well.
Yeah.
So I got some quotes, Chris. Let's get that done, and we'll get our ratings and get the hell on out of here. You guys get some food.
Okay.
Because obviously you need it.
Oh, fuck, dude. Come on. Oh, excuse me.
Are you cussing at me now, bro?
Yeah.
Are you really coming at me, bro, right now? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Okay. Good luck. Not like you'll need it. I gathered you here today for the 10th. I don't know what it says. Anyway, you have to edit that. Nothing you can take from me is worth keeping. Good luck with that, you poor little songbird. What does my mentor do besides bring me roses? And is she in District 12? Just her bones, darling. Just her bones. One day, maybe you'll be a game maker like me. I don't see how having kids fight to the death saves anything. I'm so blameless, I'm choking on it. I want their enemies to see a rainbow of terror coming after them. Don't let me die. Don't let me die in here tomorrow. What will you do when I go to the grave? We all do things we're not proud of to survive. Smile. It's why we have teeth. You're going to vomit. Do it off camera, please. Was it mercy or was it murder? I may have missed you tonight, but your songbird is next. You've had enough of the games tonight, I can see. Go get some rest. You don't have to pay the same price to survive. You can remain good. These drones are not that good, I see. Now all color has led to gray. She can't sing forever, you know. Do you hear that the sound of snow falling? Oh, do you hear that? It's the sound of snow falling. You know, I gave up drinking when I was 12, right? He was glad I survived you. They lost the war, a war they started, and made your family rich. All of this is your fault, and you breathe a hot of word of this, we both will fall. If we meet up at midnight at the hanging tree. People aren't born bad. It's what the world does to them. Well, let me ask you one last question. What are the Hunger Games for? It's the thing they love the most that would destroy us more. Oh, do you hear that? The snow is coming.
All right, Neil,
anyway.
what's your score on this?
You know what? I said earlier I was going to rate him about the same. I think I like this a lot better than the fucking Napoleon. I'm going to give this a 3.9, man.
I'm with dude, fuck you. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's like, man, I wanted to like Napoleon more because of it being Joaquin and Ridley Scott. But to be honest, if this wasn't called Hunger Games, if this was just whatever, you know, if it wasn't called Hunger Games and we just went in to see this movie without any of the Hunger Game backstory to it, I think it still would have held up on its own.
I'm with you on that too. So both is a 3.9. This is I liked it more than Napoleon too. All right, Neil. I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for the Hunger Games, the Battle of Songbirds and Snakes?
$91.
89. You're so close.
I was going to say 89, and I was like, go up 2. You've been missing it by 2. God damn it!
Audience says The Hunger Games: The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes does a great job of adapting the book, adding depth to the central character, while getting fans to look at how it all started. Now, what is the Big Man Mean critic score for The Hunger Games: The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes?
So 89 was the people. 78.
It's 64.
God damn it! I was way off on that one. All right, but anyway,
they say an outstanding cast and exciting story helped make The Hunger Games: The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes a worthy return to Panem in spite of a rushed and somewhat frustrating ending. I'm going to give you a bad review and a good review in this one. From Tom Cogshell of Film Week, he says, I do not buy it philosophically for 1 second, whatever. And this is from Valerie Complex of Deadline Hollywood, which says, The Hunger Games: The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes is a film of contrast, visually stunning yet narratively uneven, also fascinating glimpse into the origins of Panem. So, we liked it. We liked this one, Napoleon, but I think we're done with movies of the week, right? I think that's it.
God.
3.7 for Napoleon, 3.9 for The Hunger Games. Weirdly, we have the same score this week, which is different.
I can't believe you did it.
What?
I can't believe you touched him there.
I did. So next week we're doing Dream Scenario and Godzilla -1, right?
What Dream Scenario? What's this?
That's a Nicolas Cage film.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, man. All right, man, I don't even know what I'm doing next week. Yeah, but and when are we doing it next week? That's a good point. When is the next episode, Chris?
Thursday.
When is it?
Next Thursday.
Is it next? Let's see if it's next Thursday, Chris. Some of us might have to work that day, so we're gonna look at it right now. Okay, what day is this? Monday?
Yeah. Well, today's Thursday, actually.
Nope. Next Wednesday is our next episode, guys.
I'm gonna put that in there. Next Wednesday, I'll put that. Okay, I'll add it right now. But
I have 2 days off. I have 3 days. I have 3 days off, and I'm gonna have to go see a movie on each day.
Okay, fine. So next Wednesday at 6:30 we'll be here. It will be next Thursday. Wednesday we'll be here talking. You guys can find us on movies.suck.net. We're W2M.
I was giving you a backbeat.
W2mnet.com. That's W2mnet.com. We're also on Facebook at Facebook.com/podcast. We're on X and TS Podcast. And Instagram at TS Podcast. Go to Patreon.com/Suck. You'll find us there. Go to bonfire.com/Suck and something new. You'll find shirts like Neil's wearing, other stuff. And subscribe. Wherever you watch this, subscribe. And we'll be there waiting for you because we want to give you big digital hugs. Neil, what do you do for small businesses?
You got a small business? Look here, motherfucker. We'll run that Hulkamania all over it. Movies and songs that don't suck. We want to do it. We want to make you out there to our thousands of listeners, our millions of fans, right here at Movie Hulkamania.
Brother and sister, you ready for this? You ready to get out?
Yeah, dude, let's finish it off. That's another episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Something New. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, free beers get you drunk. Don't drink them during a podcast. Just saying. Just kidding. And just remember, if you have a Napoleon syndrome, maybe not try to take over Panem because you're going to get shot in the head by an arrow by the songbird.